Today on New Things, New Tech. Do you want a good softbox to put your lighting element in, that is? Ooh, yeah. Well, today we're unboxing this new softbox and I'm going to stick my lighting element in it. Studio tour video, I touched briefly on the lighting we use in our studio. There's a lot of cans and scoops in here that create a lot of light with a lot of shadows. But I want to get back to a standard 3-point lighting and hopefully get a nicer look overall that I can use anywhere I want to shoot. So under this shipment from one of my newer 32-inch softboxes. Isn't she a beaut? Well, yeah, I guess I better pull her out and take a look. She set me back a whopping 27 bucks, so she'd better be worth it. Man, this box is just really light. No pun intended. This thing up, see what we got inside here. Take a look. Inside a box, we have a newer bag. MW, WM, MW, whatever. Okay. Nothing else in the box but paper. And a sealed bag. Newer, the products you love with the service you deserve. So it says in here it's a newer 32-inch, 80-centimeter product. Okay. All right. Here we have our newer 80-centimeter octagonal umbrella softbox, made in China. All right. So we get a little softbox tag in there that says it's an 80 centimeter. Open this up. Ooh, look, this thing is really light, by the way. Here's an umbrella. Let's see what else we got. Here's our scrim. This is all just a, like a vinyl-like material. So really lightweight material, raincoat-like material. Got a little instruction book here. So this is a pro quality amateur prices. Yeah. All right. We'll test that out and see what we get. This is the first time I've ever actually had a newer umbrella, so we're going to see how good a quality we got going on here. So what this looks like, we'll just open this up like that. So the inside's a nice reflective material that's actually part of the outside material, and it's just an umbrella. So the inside is just aluminized. All of the spindles inside here, all these spindles here, are plastic spindles, but they should hold up all right. With the same with the ribs here. The center pole is just some cheap pop metal aluminum that locks in just like on a regular umbrella. And I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. All right, so our next piece is our scrim. Okay, here's our scrim, our translucent material. Yeah, that should break down the light quite a bit. It has Velcro all around the edges here, which actually means it should fit nicely. Is it actually octagonal? Yeah, I guess it's octagonal. Okay, over there. So if we actually take this guy here, this gal here, and hook this up. Now it's not 100% right because I'm rushing through this, but there you go. You can say this is nice. It's inset about an inch and a half, somewhere around there, to where it actually locks in nicely. And this should actually help with a little bit of light spill issues. On the one edge, we have our zippers for actually setting our pole through. And that actually goes, it's adjustable to just about anywhere you want, so yeah. Overall, I think that should be very nice. Also, to mount your softbox, you need a good shaft with a way to mount your softbox umbrella. So I also bought this little shaft device here. Open that up. Take a look here what we got. So there we got ourselves a nice little box with either this little guy here. Now on the one side, it's got a 1/4, 20 and 1/2 inch mount. So, at least according to the instructions it does. Instructions? No instructions. Oh, cool. So on one end, it's got a 1/4 inch mount on this side and on 1/4, 20 on this side. And on this side, I believe that's a 3/8 inch, so I can actually mount it to either. Or it looks like here, this is actually a 1/2 inch mount, which actually should fit on one of the photo tripods. So on one of the lighting stands. So cool. Or we can mount it on a regular set of tripods. Either way. So that's really nice. This is all pop metal construction, so it's actually not too bad. Might be aluminum. It's awfully light, could just be aluminum. With an adjustable here. Now ideally you would actually mount a flash unit on this part here. So that actually would be where you have your flash unit. But since I'm going to use it for video, I don't necessarily need it for flash. Fully adjustable. Yeah, it's all metal construction, so let's put this thing together. Now we're ready to install the softbox. But before I do that, one thing I just happened to find that was in the box that this came in. There's actually a little nut here, like this, that's actually used for if you're going to mount this on a 1/4, 20 screw. Say your tripod screw is actually a little long and it doesn't have a way to tighten it down. When you mount this guy on like this, we can actually then take and tighten that up, and that'll actually make it nice and snug on a 1/4, 20 screw. So that's kind of nice. I'm glad I found that later there. So that's one of the options I can do, is I can actually mount it to a 1/4, 20. If I need the adapter nut, I can tighten it down with that. So some of the older light stands that are actually designed for key lights and hanging lights on actually have a pole mount that's like this, where the crossbar fits into here. And this won't actually fit onto there. So what I've come up with is an idea here where I can actually take one of the bolts that happens to be a 3/8 inch bolt. I can lock that in like this. So we can actually take this out here and reverse it for the 3/8 inch connector. And then one of these, when I've adapted this here with the 3/8 inch screw, I can now put that on there. And that will then work on some of the older light stands. So that's good too. But what this is actually really designed to work well with is if I take out the slug altogether, and if I bring in a C-stand, this will fit right on a C-stand without any problem, lock right down. You have good adjustment for any height on your C-stand. Best thing in the world if you can get your hands on a C-stand. So I'm actually going to use the C-stand to mount this up. So this is ready to go. Enter our umbrella. Now the one thing I want to do with this umbrella is I actually want to take a set of lights like this, a set with 4 lights in there that can actually mount inside here, and I'm thinking that that will actually work pretty good like that once I get it down in there. Problem is in here is I can't really mount it to anything in here, because if I grab this for oops. That's a pretty strong umbrella. So if you actually take this guy here, and let's bring our stand up a little bit. down through there. Okay. So now I can mount that on there, like that. Pick a spot that I want it. And figure out how I want to mount these lights in here. Not quite sure yet what's going to work best with this, but I'm thinking actually come in here, maybe hang those up inside there, and that'll actually work pretty nicely. So we'll give that a shot here and see how that looks. So it turns out the mounting is actually really simple, because really all I have to do is just take and hook this on here, run the cord across the top and down, out to the back, zip this up, turn the light on, and hey, we've got a light box. Of course, I need to put the scrim on. I'll go ahead and put the scrim in here. Let's see, probably about like this. And there you have it. So thanks for watching. This is my new Neewer softbox, and I think you'll really like one yourself. It actually works really well with the lighting setup that I've done here. Will be great for flash. Will work on just about any kind of stand you can actually put it on, especially with that little pole adapter. I can set it up for just about anything I want. And with the C-stand, I can mount it a variety of different ways as well. Using one of these guys, I could actually mount the stick through here as well. Put it out to an angle, wherever I need it. So if you happen to get yourself one, get yourself a really nice C-stand like this one here. And this Matthew C-stand that I got from B&H Photo is really great. It's like about 150 bucks. With the adapter on there for hooking up a camera on the arm. It comes with an arm, and it's really great. This is all about the Neewer softbox here. And I'll actually have an episode about the C-stand when I get to it there. Thanks for watching. I'm Scott Drudge from New Things New Tech.